and any particular areas that you feel like that you guys can improve on them as we go through the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've taken steps in everybody just doing their assignments on any given play. Just being able to function as a whole unit successfully. Everybody knowing their jobs, doing their jobs, and executing. I think we've taken big steps in our execution. I think what we need to still improve on would probably be explosive plays. There's still a couple times a game, I think the last 2 weeks, where those explosive plays are the ones that really got us. Because we've proven if we make teams drive down the field, even some of the best teams in the league, that we'll be able to get a stop, so make them punt, get the ball back to our offense, or create turnovers. But when we give up those explosive plays and we don't give ourselves a chance to hold them out of the end zone or defend every blade of grass, that's something that we really need to improve on.
Okay, and Joe, you've had first-hand experience going against Ben Roethlisberger. What makes him the quarterback that he is? And he's not throwing as deep as much anymore, but he's still accurate and everything. So what do you always have to worry about going against Ben?
Yeah, like you said, I mean, he's a very accurate quarterback, and just going against him 2 times a year for the last 4 years, I mean, he's very good at like the backyard, schoolyard football kind of plays where things break down, and him and his receivers have a good understanding of what to do post their initial routes, and whether they're turning up the field, whether they're coming back, and he's able to put the ball on them. And it's really hard for defenses to cover guys for more than 2, 3, 4 seconds. So he's really good at extending plays. He's been big and strong his whole career. He can move around just enough, and he's got the arm talent to be able to put the ball out there, and he's got the guts to be able to make the gutsy throws. So,
okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Smitter. Let's go over to D-Rock.
Hey, Joe, everybody kind of talks about how hard it is to get Big Ben down to the ground since he's so big, obviously. Do you have any stories about that from your time facing him with the Browns?
No, I never sacked or tackled Ben Roethlisberger when I was playing. I got a sack on Mason Rudolph, but not Ben Roethlisberger. So, but I mean, when we were playing with the Browns, we had some big D linemen, so like what we got here. I mean, you got Myles Garrett and those guys who were able to bring him down, and we were able to get after him pretty good a couple games, which hopefully we'll be able to replicate here. And we got the talent, and then the guys up front we got here are physical specimens as well. So I think they'll be the ones handling the job. If I'm able to get in there and get my hands on Big Ben, I'll do my best to get him down as quick as possible.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks, D-Rock. All right, any other questions? Otherwise, we're going to let Joe go. Looking good. All right, Joe, you're off the hook quick and easy. Thanks for your time. So we'll go right to Gary.
All right. Hey, Josh, how you doing?
Hey.
Hey, Josh, I know you've only seen this on film, but maybe growing up as a kid watching on TV, what's always been your biggest impression about Ben Roethlisberger?
Man, I grew up a Steelers fan. So I was a Steelers fan before, right up to when I became a Jaguar. So I'm excited about this week, and I finally get to play against the man that I, grew up loving. So that's definitely a big accomplishment that I can write on my checklist.
And he's going to be a load to bring down, isn't he?
Well, he's a big dude. I never got to hit him yet, so I can only speak for what I can, what I bring to the table. But it looked like he a big solid guy, but he can still stand up and you still get the sack, so it's all good.
Okay. And Josh, what have you liked about the defense the last 2 games, about where you've improved the most, do you think, the whole unit?
Just playing assignment free and just flying around to the ball and just having fun. We found out, regardless of winning or losing, as long as we get to play together, as long as we get to play for each other, and we just have fun doing it, the outcome's going to be the outcome, but we can control. And excuse me, I'm sorry. Can you ask that question again, please?
Yeah, where do you think the defense has improved the most the last 2 games?
Where we improve? Just flying around to the ball, having fun, basically. Knowing that I know Kalen got my back. If I was I was a marker.
It looks dangerous in there.
My bad, Alex. Yeah, just having fun out there and just playing with each other. That's probably the most we get from it. And what else we got to lose but to go out there and play 100%.
Okay. I think you need to put your helmet back on.
Exactly. He's throwing pins and scissors and stuff at me. Crazy.
All right, thanks, Gary. Let's go over to Cassidy and then D-Rock.
Who's harassing you?
I can't tell you that. What I'm saying. Just know he a bum. Capital B, capital U, capital M, bum. That's who he is.
I'll put my guesses in on Twitter. As somebody that has watched Ben Roethlisberger for most of your life, then how has his game evolved and where is it at now? What can you kind of nitpick at it? Maybe like where's a weakness?
I feel like he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. I feel like we're about to play 2 back-to-back. Last week we played Aaron Rodgers, and we saw what he can do for his team in situations, and now we're about to play against another one. So, you never know what to expect week in, week out with these guys, and I just know we're going to get 100% from them, and, we're excited about it.
Does maybe the fact, though, that you were able to be within 4 in the last minute of the game against Aaron Rodgers give you extra confidence going into this week against an undefeated team and, like you said, another Hall of Fame quarterback?
Being within 4, I was confident we was going to win that game. Just being within 4, losing by 4 or losing by 3, losing by 1 point, that's, something that we don't, what I'm saying? We want to win. We don't want just good games that we just come down to losing them. We trying to win every game. So we were definitely heartbroken. We were definitely upset because we felt like we played a really good game. But, they made a couple more plays than we did. And, they just capitalized on opportunities. But, this week is, we got to bring our A game this week again. And hopefully we get this win when we do get this win.
Thanks, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Cassidy. Let's go to D-Rock and then Mark Long.
Hey, Josh, since you were a Steelers fan, I take it when you guys were playing ball in the street or in the backyard or whatever, did you pretend to be Roethlisberger or were you somebody else when you were doing Huh?
No.
No?
It was Troy Polamalu. It's Troy Polamalu, Hines Ward, Antonio Holmes, who else? Yeah, that was James Harrison. Yeah, I was, what I'm saying? I wanted the quarterback. I was.
Bettis? Were you ever Bettis?
Oh, he's my favorite. No, he's top 3 favorite Steelers players for me personally. Troy Polamalu is definitely number 1 now.
So who's the other one?
Troy Polamalu, Hines Ward, and then Jerome Bettis. The bus. Big dude.
Did you never want to be the quarterback when y'all were playing? You just like when you guys were playing pick up in the street or nothing like that. You were never the quarterback, never doing that kind of stuff.
I want the ball in my. You know, what I'm saying I'm trying to play receiver. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to get hit all the time. You know, we was smacking our quarterback. I didn't want to be that. You know what I'm saying? So, no, not for real. But I always liked Ben. But I'm ready to hit him.
Is there an element of it being just so surreal or crazy that you're playing against a guy you used to like sit in your living room and watch? I mean, I know a lot of rookies run into that all the time when they get in their first year in the league. But do you ever think about that, or is there an element of it just being crazy, out of the world, surreal because of that?
I mean, that's basically every week to anybody who ever played. You know, especially around my age, year 3, 4, and under. I feel like that's everybody in the NFL. So every week you always play against somebody, be like, dang, I remember this dude. But as soon as the game gets started, all that gets thrown away. The respect's still there, of course, but your main objective is to win that game at all costs and whoever you go against. So at first, it's going to be pretty cool. But as soon as the game gets going, I'm going to be locked in until after the game I get to holler at them and, you know what I'm saying, talk what I can. But during the game, in between the lines, I'm ready to play ball.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks, D-Rock. Let's go to Mark and then Mia.
Is it Miles Jack or Keelan Cole? Who's throwing stuff at you? It's got to be one of those two.
Like I said, I can't go out like that. Just know I'm gonna take care of it. You know what I'm saying? I can't.
Totally off subject.
I'm gonna whoop you.
Somebody was on here a couple weeks ago. Cassidy probably remembers, maybe even Amanda, told us that they tease you about having the same name as the Bills quarterback. Do you ever get mail for the other Josh Allen or anything like that?
Next question.
Nothing? What? You had the name
I'm
first.
just here so I won't get fined.
Is this a sore subject?
The mail anymore.
I'm never speaking about that man ever again.
You had the name first,
last year, Josh Allen, that would have been good. This year, no, I got to make my own. But no, I don't get no more letters, no more mail, and they better not send me none. Now I'm gonna get offended. Last year I could see how people get mixed up. You know what I'm saying? But now this year, if they don't know me by now, can't mess with them.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Mark. All right, let's finish up with Mia.
Hey, Josh. So knowing that you
Hey,
have,
Mia.
What's up, buddy? Long time no chat. How you doing?
Good, and you're right in the middle. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. Since you are a Steeler or were a Steelers fan growing up, you obviously saw a lot of great defenses. I'm sure you looked back, you saw a lot of defenses even before you were born in Pittsburgh. How does this one that they have right now compare? I know obviously you're primarily looking at their offense, but as a fan of football, what have you seen from their defense? Is it the best they've ever had?
Best they ever had. I mean, I know they've been legit thus far. They've been one of the best defenses as a whole. They got a lot of good players on that team. They definitely can rush the passer on every man up there can. So watching them, learning from TJ, being around him at the Pro Bowl, learned a lot from him. So I can see why he has that grit and has that dogness in him. And Bud, being a UK product, you know what I'm saying? I don't expect nothing less from him. And then Casey Hayward up front, you know what I'm saying? He's a dog too. But I'm excited to see him play. I hope they don't, you know what I'm saying, do what they normally do. And but I think our offense is going to take care of that. And I just know our defense, we're going to have to match their intensity or they're going to have to match us because we're going to be flying around to this ball and we're going to be hungry for a win. So I know what we're going to bring. I don't know what they really doing over there or how they coming to play, but I know our team, we're going to be ready to play and ready to get this win.
What was the biggest lesson you learned from TJ at the Pro Bowl? And was there anybody else whose brain you really picked while you were down in Orlando?
Yeah, it was a couple guys, but being around him, he was just telling me about how hard You know what I'm saying? How hard you have to work to get here, how hard you have to be to take that next level. You know, it's good that you're here. Everybody's on the same level right now. But to take it from this level to that level, it's going to take a lot more extra work and a lot more dedication. And just going over in that and his routine and how he trains his body, how he trains his mind, and, you know, stuff on and off the field, and just learning about that, definitely opened my mind to how, you know, I want to prepare myself moving forward, because I definitely do want to be, you know, defensive player of the year or up there or all that, and what he's striving for. And I have a long ways to go, but you know what I'm saying, one day I'm gonna get there.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Mia. All right, looks like the last.
Oh, no.
I think you're all done. You're all done. Hey, thank you, Josh.
Y'all want me to tell you who it is?
Yeah.
It's Doug Marrone. Get out of there, Doug. I'm just kidding.
Thanks,
All right.
Josh.